Could billions of dollars moving through the alleged Shelbet network be helping finance Iran's next generation of weapons? Is the secret Dubai office helping fund Iran's next missile capabilities through a vast financial network as it operates behind the scenes? The alleged $4 billion Iranian network is now under scrutiny in a report that claims one U.S. ally would rather keep out of the spotlight. The Reuters investigation traces how the alleged financial network operated across casinos, crypto, and cross-border payments. The findings have renewed scrutiny of alleged sanctions evasion routes used to move funds through the Gulf. A Reuters investigation alleged that an Iran-linked financial network helped evade international sanctions through online casinos and cryptocurrency transactions. The Reuters investigation said the suspected illegal financial scheme may have moved as much as $4 billion through the network. According to Reuters, a Dubai-based company processed transactions for thousands of Persian-language online casinos. The report said Shelbit Exchange was managed from Dubai by Iranian national Siavash Kayvanpour. Reuters reported that the platform handled transactions linked to Iran's central bank and the Nobitex cryptocurrency exchange. The investigation also traced transactions to cryptocurrency wallets that Israeli authorities had previously linked to the IRGC. Analysts identified at least $125 million in transactions allegedly connected to Iran's central bank, according to Reuters. The report also found about $20 million in transactions linked to cryptocurrency mining activities. Reuters said it found no direct evidence proving that the IRGC controlled or operated the Shelbit Exchange platform. Dubai's Financial Regulatory Authority is reportedly investigating the suspected money laundering activities linked to the network. Donald Trump's sudden Iran reversal caught Israel and the US military off guard, exposing a stunning breakdown in coordination. On August 1st, Donald Trump announced that he had cancelled a planned attack on Iran, just as tensions appeared to be reaching a turning point. Trump said Tehran had offered a framework to completely reopen the Strait of Hormuz, framing the pause as part of a broader deal. Trump said, and I quote, "The USA is locked and loaded and ready to go against the Islamic Republic of Iran, at levels of military terror, strength, and power not seen since World War II. Despite this, we have just been asked by Iran, and other Middle Eastern countries, to hold off any attack in that the perimeters of a deal has been agreed to. This would include the immediate, complete, and total opening of the Hormuz Strait, and an end to Iran's nuclear threat. Based on this request, I have agreed, for the future benefit of the world and, likewise, the survival of a successful and prosperous Iran, to cancel the attack, subject to being able to rapidly make a deal. The country of Israel joins me in this commitment. Get to work, everybody, and get it done." Unquote. Interestingly, Israeli officials reportedly learned of the decision through Trump's Truth Social post, rather than through the usual diplomatic channels. According to Channel 12, even US Central Command was not informed before the announcement, raising fresh questions about internal coordination. The report has now raised serious questions over how this decision was communicated to key allies, and whether they were left reacting after the fact. Iran has rejected claims that any agreement has been reached to finally reopen the Strait of Hormuz, keeping the critical waterway shut. Tehran alleged that no deal has been finalized with the Trump administration regarding the reopening of Hormuz, despite reports of diplomatic efforts. Iranian state media Fars News cited sources close to Iran's leading negotiating team involved in talks with the United States. Iran has vowed to maintain control over the Strait of Hormuz until what it calls U.S. aggression against Tehran comes to a complete end. The Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps Navy has further warned that vessels can only pass through a route approved by Iran, according to Fars News. Reports claim Supreme Leader Mojtaba Khamenei has ordered the Hormuz lockdown to continue, with no immediate move to lift restrictions. An Iran military official said, and I quote, "There is no agreement regarding the opening of the Strait of Hormuz, and the news published in this context is false. As long as the hostile actions of the United States continue, the Strait of Hormuz will remain closed, and passage of vessels will only be possible through the declared route and with the approval of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps Navy." End quote. Israeli media had earlier reported that Iran agreed to a U.S. Qatar-backed deal to divide control of the strategic Hormuz waterway. Iran has rejected those claims as false, insisting that no agreement has been reached over the future of the strait. Channel 12 reported that Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi had agreed to an Oman-mediated arrangement regarding Hormuz. Under the reported deal, vessels would enter through Iranian waters and exit using routes controlled by Oman. Israeli reports also claimed that Oman had accepted the proposed arrangement for shared control of the key shipping route. The latest developments come as President Donald Trump says the United States will hold off on any fresh attacks against Iran for now. Donald Trump could consider a large-scale military strike to pressure Iran into changing course, according to former U.S. envoy Richard Schmeier in comments to Al Jazeera. Schmeier said Washington may choose to escalate military action in an effort to deter further Iranian moves across the region. He also warned that any further escalation by the United States could trigger retaliatory Iranian strikes across the Gulf. An Iranian political activist claimed Tehran was preparing retaliatory strikes if its energy facilities came under attack. Ali Golaki said Iran could respond by targeting critical infrastructure across the region as well as inside Israel. Earlier, IRGC-affiliated Fast News had identified regional energy facilities among potential targets in the event of further conflict. Iranian hardline lawmaker Mahmoud Nabavian has claimed to reveal what he described as the true U.S. military death toll from the war with Iran. Nabavian claimed in a post on X that the actual U.S. war death toll had reached approximately 600 personnel. Addressing the American public, Nabavian accused Washington of concealing the true scale of U.S. military casualties. He alleged that the U.S. government was not telling its citizens the full truth about the conflict with Iran. Earlier, the New York Times reported that the Pentagon reduced its official Iran war death toll from 18 to 14. According to the report, several service members were removed from the casualty list because they died after President Trump declared the April ceasefire.